Welcome back to the science class. Today we will see in the part 4 answer the following of the unit 1 organ system. Name the salivary gland in our mouth. How many name the salivary? We have learned in the lesson that there are 3 salivary glands. Now we can learn what are they. The parotid, the subclavian gland, the third one is the submandibular gland. These are the 3 salivary glands found in our mouth. And what is the respiratory system? Respiration. What is respiration? Inhaling fresh air into the lungs and exhaling impure air from the lungs is called respiration. That means that the air into the lungs and inhaling fresh air, it will be inside our body, and impure air will be come out of our body. That is known as respiration. The respiratory system provides oxygen to the tissues of the bodies. This respiratory system provides the oxygen to the body. I told you this will provide oxygen to the body, and it removes all the carbon dioxide from the tissues, and it also removes the carbon dioxide from the tissues. And let's see what is the function of pericardial. What is the function of pericardial fluid? The heart is covered with double-walled membrane called pericardium. The heart is covered with double-walled membrane. That is called the pericardium. And the space between the membranes is filled with, the space between it is filled with the pericardium fluid. And this fluid protect the heart from shock. This fluid only protect the heart from shock. If the shock is came, we can get heart attack. Chances are there. And how many name the chambers in human heart. The heart is divided into 4 chambers. The heart is divided into 4 chambers. What are they? Come, you can see. 2 upper chambers are called arteries. The 2 upper chambers are called arteries or auricles, and the lower chambers are called ventricles. And between the membranes is filled with the arrange the excretory system in correct sequence. We want to arrange this in correct sequence. Urinary bladder, urethra, kidney, ureters. We want to arrange this. First, kidney is the first function. Ureters and urinary bladder. See? See, your friends? This kidney is first and ureters is second, urinary bladder third, and urethra fourth. It's opposite. What are the 2 parts of the peripheral nervous system? What are the 2 parts? That system is made up of 2 parts. And what are they? Stomatic nervous system and autonomic nervous system. There are stomatic nervous system and automatic nervous system. This is 7th one. What are the functions of blood? We can see now we are going to see what are the functions of the blood. This blood transport nutrients, oxygen, waste, and hormones. The volume of blood in human adults is 4 to 5 liters. It regulates water level and the body temperature. Blood is pumped throughout the body by the heart. It takes oxygen to the tissues and cells and finally reaches the lungs again. The blood transport nutrition. The nutrients contain carbohydrate, fats, proteins. This and all oxygen, bases. This and all carries the blood, and the volume liters of blood in the human adults, that is 4 to 5 liters. And the blood only have the temperature, water level, and the body temperature. If our body temperature is high, we are having the fever, that light. And the blood is, this blood is pumped throughout the year, throughout the body. Full body it is pumped by the heart, and it takes oxygen tissues, and it also takes oxygen tissues and cells also, and it finally reaches the lungs to take the oxygen again. So we can see answer in detail. List out the function of the digestive system. List out the function they are asking of the digestive system. The food we eat consists of complex compounds like carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. The food we eat that contains carbohydrate, proteins, and fats, they have to be converted into simpler molecules like glucose, amino acid, fatty acid, and glycols. The simpler molecules are then assimilated either by the blood or liver in order to give us energy. The process of conversion of complex food molecules into simpler molecules is called digestion. The food we eat that consists many compounds that are carbohydrate, proteins, and fat. They are not only nutrients, and they have to be converted into simpler molecules like the glucose, amino acid, fatty acid, and glycosylates, etc. And the simpler molecules, then they make a blood. Okay, by the blood, they will give us energy. This process is only called the digestion. Explain the main part of the circulatory system. The main part, there are 3 parts of the circulatory: heart, blood vessel, blood. Now we can see the heart. The heart is the hollow muscular organ. The heart is the hollow muscular organ. It is somewhat conical in shape. It is covered with double-walled membranes called pericardium. The space between the membranes is filled with pericardium fluid. This pericardium fluid protects the heart from shock. Heart is placed inside the turbo chamber, rib cage, between the 2 lungs. Then the heart is a hollow muscular organ, and it is in cone in shape, and there are covered with wall membranes. There are 2 wall membranes, and that is called pericardium. Between there is some space. In this pericardium fluid is filled, and this pericardium fluid protects the heart from the shock. And this heart is placed between the rib cage, and it is between 2 lungs. What are the parts? We want to draw the heart. See, right pulmonary veins. This is right pulmonary veins, and aorta. This is left pulmonary veins. This is right pulmonary artery, left pulmonary artery, right aortium, left aortium, right ventricle, left ventricle, cardiac muscles. See this also. And the heart is divided into 4 chambers. The upper chambers are called artery or auricle, singular arteriole. 2 lower thicker chambers are called ventricles. The upper and lower chambers of the heart are separated by the muscles or tissues known as auricle, ventricle, septum of the heart. And the right side of the heart receives deoxygenated blood from the various parts of the body and pump it to the lungs for oxygenated. And the left side of the heart receives oxygenated blood from the lungs and pumps it into different part of the body. This heart is divided into 4 chambers. Their upper chamber is called arteries, and one we can also say arteries or auricles, and the lower chamber is called ventricles, and they are separated by a muscular wall, and that is known as oroventricular septum of the heart. And the right side of the heart receives which blood is not oxygenated, and this blood goes deoxygenated. Oxygen goes back to the lungs for oxygen, and the left side of the heart only receives the oxygenated, and that gives to the whole part of the body. And the blood transport nutrition, oxygen, waste, and hormone. The volume of the blood in human adult is 4 to 5 liters, and it regulates the water level and the body temperature. Blood is pumped throughout the body by the heart. It takes oxygen to tissues and cells, and finally reaches the lungs to take oxygen again. This blood transport oxygen, nutrition, waste, all the things. And the volume, the liters of a human adult is 4 to 5 liters, blood liters. And this only measures the temperature of the body. And this is pumped to the whole body. And it takes oxygen, tissues and cells, and finally reaches the lungs to take oxygen again. Now, blood vessel. Blood vessel contains of arteries and veins. Arteries carry oxygenated blood, except pulmonary artery, which carries deoxygenated blood from the heart, and veins carry deoxygenated except pulmonary vein, which carries oxygenated blood to the heart. This blood vessel consists of, we all know blood vessel consists of arteries and veins, and this arteries carries which the blood is oxygenated, but pulmonary artery do not carry the oxygenated blood. It carry the blood which is not oxygenated, and the veins also carry the blood which the blood is not oxygenated, but except pulmonary veins. Pulmonary veins carries oxygenated blood, which blood is oxygenated. What are the 3 parts of the brain? What are the 3 parts of the brain? Human brain is divided into 3 major parts. Our brain is divided into 3 major parts. There are 4 that is known as forebrain, cerebrum, midbrain, cerebellum, hindbrain, medulla oblongata. Now we can see briefly about that. Forebrain. The forebrain consists of the cerebrum, thalamic, and hypothalamus. It is the largest part of the brain, and it's the center memory of human memory. It is the response for intelligence, imagination, and reasoning. The forebrain is also known as cerebrum, and it also contains cerebrum, thalamus, and hypothalamus. And it is a very large part of the brain, very biggest, and it will be in the center of our brain, and it is only the responsible for intelligence. If we are intelligent, it is only the response of imagination and reasoning. Second, center brain is also known as, this is midbrain, cerebellum. It lies behind the cerebrum. It coordinates the movement of the pulses, and it helps to maintain the balance. This midbrain lies behind the forebrain, and it is only helps the muscles movement of the body and maintains the balance of the. It also maintains the balance of the body. And now we can see the hindbrain consists of pons and medulla oblongata. It is also called the brain system. It is also called vital con. It controls breathing, heartbeat, and other involved muscles. The hindbrain have pons of medulla oblongata, and it only has the brain stem. It also got middle cornet, which is control breathing, heartbeat. Also it controls, and some involved muscles. See, label the diagram given below. They will be given the diagram. We want to label the part. This is cerebellum. This is only spinal cord, and this is cerebrum. Thalamus, hypothalamus. This is pons, medulla oblongata, brain stem. There are only brain stem. So we can see heart's question. Heart means higher order thinking. Why is it important to wear helmet while riding a bike? Why it is important to wear a helmet while riding a bike? Accident which happens while riding a bike causes head injuries. These head injuries are fatal and causes death. In order to protect the head and brain from the head injuries, one should wear a helmet while riding a two-wheeler. Yes, if an accident happens while riding, it will only causes the head, and this only causes the death of a human being. So we want to, for the protection only, we want to put a helmet. And eating fast food and junk food affect our health. Why they are asking why fast food and junk food affects our health? Come, we can see why it affects. Fast food and junk food do not have fruits, vegetable, or fiber content. Eating this food causes oxidative heart diseases, diabetics, type 2, cancer, and early death. As fast food and junk food are harmful to our health, we should avoid eating them. The fast food, they do not contain any healthy food. They only contain fruits, vegetables. They do not contain fruits, vegetables, or fiber. This only causes our health. Some diseases, heart diseases, sugar, that is only diabetes, cancer, and early death. They are the carrot, and we should avoid eating that. Thank you, friends. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe our channel.